Okay, so we just discussed a difficulty, which is that when we're in sculpt mode and we try to do some sculpting, a lot of times what can happen is it can sort of mess up the geometry and mess up the mesh. So let's Control Z. Maybe what we can do is before we go into sculpt mode, we can, just like we've discussed in a previous video, is we can go ahead and try remeshing. So let's go ahead and remesh. I'm going to take the size of the voxels down just a bit. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to push remesh. And what we've got now is more consistent geometry across the face. And now if we go ahead into sculpt mode and start to smooth things out, let's take a look and see what happens with that geometry. Well, the geometry seems to be holding together much better, and I'm not getting as much of those difficulties cropping up. It's not an absolute fix. You still have to be careful when you're in sculpt mode. Let's take that strength up a little bit though and see what happens. And let's just, after having smoothed out a whole big swath, let's go take a look again. And yes, the geometry does seem to be holding up much, much better.